We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. From the end zone, Stafford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Devin White, the linebacker. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Young to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's brought down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Young again on the keeper.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Young with it. 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Now Drake loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
It's Young on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On play action, Young.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It'll be Young again. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the Rams at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The play fake. Now Young. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Terrace Marshall.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That throw by Young incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pushes past him. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Young now. Touchdown, Panthers. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Eddie Piñeiro lining up.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll go underneath here to Evans.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Unfortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Now Young on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Young. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Carolina.
Again, it's Young. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it.
Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Rams 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Young will set to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. It's Young off play action. Johnson's got it complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Young looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Final play of the half, Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
First and 10, Young. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To the air once more, Young.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now here's Young. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, man. Let's go. 21.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Robbie Gould set
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turnovers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gould to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Panthers 38, Rams 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Johnson, 75 yards. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
17.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the drive with Evans.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And Young's throw there incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
To throw, Young. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Evans.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chinn.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Here we go, set. White, blue, yellow, white, blue. Green striker.
Young on 1st down.
Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
A play fake. Now Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw, Young. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Rams 17.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
And Young's going to throw it here. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Young. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 11. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And they'll go right back to Evans.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. One last throw here for Stafford.
And this goes out wide for Drake.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
So a win here for the Panthers, and it was their quarterback who